Looking to cycle long to the local mall or around your hometown, maybe to that hill station in the mountains or maybe even across the country. Because when long distances call, the Murren Four Corner answers. And this is the bike that we will be unveiling today. Murren Four Corners is an out-and-out touring machine. It has the utility, the durability, and the flexibility to take you on tours for as long as you want to. Anything from around the city to across the world. The Murren Four Corners is a double-butted chromoly steel frame with a chromoly front fork. This frame features a super tall head tube for straight-out upright comfort and a very long wheelbase for stability. This frame also features a huge number of mounting points, including mounts for the front and rear rack, mudguards, and bottle cages. The frame also comes with size-specific wheels, so extra small and small sizes get smaller 650B wheels, while sizes medium, large, and extra large feature the bigger 700C wheels. As with any touring bike, the Four Corners comes with one of the most reliable drivetrains out there. The Shimano Sora 3x9 drivetrain has a reputation for utter reliability and for being built like a tank. 9-speed drivetrain is still the most popular drivetrain in the world, and spares are easy to source, plus it's repairable in any half-decent bike shop across the world. The 3x9 drivetrain in the lowest gear gives you a gear ratio of 0.88. And that means there are plenty of low gears for you and your stuff to get over any Himalayan pass. The bike comes shod with Tektro Spire C brakes. These brakes have a reputation for being the most reliable mechanical disc brakes out there. The Tektro Spire C are cable actuated, but they benefit from a dual piston design. This means that both pistons move equally against the rotor as opposed to the single piston design of, say, an Evid BB7, where only one pad moves against the brake rotor. This makes the braking on the bike far more reliable and strong, which is essential when you're on a loaded bike. Also, these brakes come with a barrel adjuster and a 3mm Allen key adjustment to bring the brake pads in as they wear out. And finally, the wheels are a strong 32-spoke double-walled aluminium wheels shod with the ever-excellent 42C WTC Resolute tires. The spokes are stainless steel, but as with most Murren bikes, the hubs are no-name and the wheels are not tubeless compatible. So what do I love about this bike? The geometry with its upright head tube, long wheelbase, wide tire clearance, and a multitude of mounts is perfect for touring. The second thing is the Sora drivetrain with no cheap bits attached. The bottom bracket is a Holotech 2 design, the crank is a 2-piece Sora crank, and so are the brifters and the derailleurs front and rear. The cassette is a similarly spec'd Alivio 1134 and the chain is a KMC 9-speed chain. All good components. The third is the 42C WTB Resolute tires that are great on roads, excellent for bad roads, and even good on non-technical trails. The fourth is the choice of using Tektro dual piston mechanical disc brakes, which means you get reliable stopping power in every condition. And finally, it's the little touches like the Murren Comfort bar tape with gel pads, FSA sealed cartridge headset bearings, and compact flare handlebars, which makes it excellent for those rough trails. On the flip side, there is no tubeless compatible rim, the hubs are conspicuously no-name, there is some cost cutting going on as the older Four Corners came with the WTB saddle and this one does not. There are no modern standards like through axles or flat mount disc brakes on this bike. And finally, the size large Four Corners comes in at a hefty 13.7 kilograms. And finally, it's not difficult to sum up the Murren Four Corners. There are two things that the Four Corners is not. It is neither fast nor is it light. So if you're looking to race or for a lively, spirited ride or at climbing a lot of hills really fast, then look elsewhere. Yet it is exactly these characteristics, this confident, non-twitchy, stable handling that makes this an excellent bike for commuting and touring. And this, in my opinion, begs the question, what is it that you need from a touring bike? And I will try and answer this in 10 points starting from the very top. You need a comfortable, upright sitting position that you can maintain all day and one that does not give you a backache. This is provided courtesy the really extra long head tube on the Four Corners. You need multiple hand positions and a comfortable grip, and you get that because of the drop bars and the gel bar tape. Space to mount any kind of bike packing or touring bags, and the Four Corners has more mounts than you can shake a stick at. Multiple water bottle cages? Check. Moving on to the drivetrain. A lightweight and stiff crank courtesy the Holotech bottom bracket and 2-piece Sora crank. You get loads of low gears due to the 3x9 drivetrain. It is easy to self-repair because of the external cable routing. You get powerful brakes for loaded descents. Extremely important because I live in the hills. Tire clearance and quality tires for bad roads and non-technical trails, and the 42C WTB tires are perfect for this application. And finally, it comes in a lovely retro green color. At 78,000 rupees, the Marin 4 Corners may seem like an expensive bike to some. But then you have to realize that another iconic steel touring bike, the Trek 520, costs 96,000 rupees. And talking about prices, some of you might be wondering whether the Nicasio, which we unveiled recently and costs 61,000 rupees, is better value than the 4 Corners. And what is it that you get for the extra 17,000 rupees that you pay for the 4 Corners? Well, you get a better Sora drivetrain, which alone is worth around 10 grand. You get a better pair of tires, which would cost you 6k if you were to buy it from the market. And then you get better brakes as well. So personally, I think the math does add up in favor of the 4 Corners. I would give this bike 4.5 out of 5 llamas because it makes most of the right choices for a touring bike except for its wheels and lack of through axles. I think it makes an excellent bike for someone who's new to drop bar bikes and for an experienced tourer as well. So if you're in either of these camps, then what are you waiting for? Grab the bike, fit it with the right bags, and head out for an adventure. And finally, if you enjoyed our video, please leave us a like and subscribe to our channel. It is subscribers like you that inspire and challenge us to make more and better content. This is Bharat from Gear Llama signing off. Ride your bike and have a good one.